Well, that next year, 2014, you claimed that Cassie raped you.
It sounds crazy, but yes.
Now, you are what, 6'3"?
Yes.
225 pounds?
I was about 220 at the time, yes.
220.
Mm-hmm.
Cassie is what, 5'2"?
About 5'7", I want to say.
5'7", okay, my
140,
bad.
140. She's kind of bony.
Okay, so basically half your weight, significantly smaller.
Yes.
This is not a female MMA fighter.
No,
this
not
is
at
not
all.
Clarissa Shields, who might be able to knock you out.
No, Bridget.
This is a little frail. I mean, I've met Cassie before.
Yes.
I've had conversations with her. Pretty sure I could take her. You know,
I think you could
too. If it turned into a fist fight. So explain to me how a big man like yourself was raped by little Cassie.
Okay. So rape is such a harsh word. What I'll say is she inappropriately forced herself on me. And in terms of rape can be classified as anything. You understand when someone forces themselves on you without your consent, if you say no at any point during that encounter and they keep going, that's rape. Cassie was on her period during this time, and I didn't know. So normally you've interviewed 5 escorts by now. You know the freak offs all had
the fifth.
Fifth,
Yeah.
yes.
I'm
so
like Thanos, you know what I mean?
You got the Infinity Stones
Yeah,
and male
I got my
prostitutes.
Infinity Stones here on my glove.
So normally all these things were candle lit with like the little tea candles, the fireplace, the romantic lighting, the red lighting, etc. This time, however, the room is totally dark. Drapes are closed, everything. I walk into this room. Diddy tells me, she's mad at me because she was mad at me. She was mad at me because I had a girlfriend and I wanted to stay in New York for my anniversary with my real girlfriend. It's like you got a boyfriend and you're mad at your male provider because he won't drop his girlfriend and fly across the country to have sex with you. I didn't believe she was, but Diddy said, she's angry, she's a little drunk, it's going to be all right. So she comes into her room, she barely speaks to me. I'm trying to be like charismatic and funny, the way I always am with her. Make her laugh, make her feel good, whatever. She starts off like kissing me weird. She starts really strong, really aggressive, which is not like her. But in any event, she manages to like push me by the couch. She pins me on the couch. It kind of was like one of those situations where a woman's trying to take you. As a man, you're going to go with it at first because you're like, all right, this is different. This is kind of cool. So she manages to get my shirt open, get my pants down. She's giving me some head, some fellatio. She's basically buttering me up for what she wants to do. Now we get to the couch. We get on the couch. She kind of gets on top of me. The couch was one of those like bucket couches where you fall into the couch. So now as she's straddling me, she kind of has me pinned to the couch. I'm trying to get up. I can't get up. And if I just use my strength and throw her up, it looks weird with Diddy standing right there. So I'm kind of like trying to adjust her because it just doesn't feel right, She reaches down. She kind of like sits on it. Oh, so again, like once as a man you enter a vagina, you lose control of your legs and your brain. You don't really know what's going on for a second.
Right.
So I'm in this situation and it feels amazing, like she's going, but it feels weird. It doesn't feel like inside of her, doesn't feel the way it normally felt. I can't say it felt kind of like pasty. It felt weird. I'm trying to push her up. I'm like, hold on a second, hold on. And she's just grinding harder. It may be a little embarrassing to say for her, but she always came really quick. Like it didn't take her a long time to come. I could make her come in under 20 strokes. Oh, she's squirting all over the place. This is what she does this encounter. She kind of gets weak after she comes. Now she's weak. I push her off me, stand up, cut the lights on. Blood all over the place. What the hell is this? Oh, no, my period must have came when we started. No, baby, it's way too much blood for your period to have just started now. Vlad, you're a man. We know. Mm-hmm. We're not stupid. So I'm angry. I'm like, did you just fuck me on your period? Oh, relax. Come on. It's not like you've never had sex with a woman on your period. Totally disregarding me. I get enraged, and I think Diddy sees this. So when he sees this, he kind of steps in. He says, yo, you know what? Calm down, Playboy. Calm down. You got a right to be mad. He brings her in the room. He comes out quick. They weren't even in there 5 minutes. He comes out. She's leaning against the wall when she comes out like this, not saying anything to me, just looking at the wall like, fuck you. And he says, she's drunk. We had a long day. She was a little mad at you. He said, I'm not going to lie to you. She knew she was on her period. She should have told you. He passes me a stack of money. So I'm looking at her, waiting for her to say something. She says absolutely nothing. He apologizes to me. He says, yo, I'm sorry because I'm a man. I get that. That was kind of foul. He said, listen, we booked you a suite. Go to the suite, get some sleep, relax for the night. We'll call you in the morning. Let her calm down. You calm down. y'all been doing this too long. Y'all really gonna stop fucking with each other for a misunderstanding? And he's like trying to mediate it between she and I because he sees I'm pissed off and she's like, fuck this guy. He wanted to, I guess, dead me for some basic bitch's ex-girlfriend, so I'm gonna just violate him by fucking him on my period. I believe totally that was her attitude.
Well, to be fair,
Yeah.
I've had sex with women on their periods. It's not my favorite thing to do. I don't want to do it if I'm given a choice, but I've done it before.
Yes.
I don't find it to be a huge deal. You know, you just shower off afterwards and you're done.
Yeah.
Right? It's
Yes.
not like it's a torturous activity. Like I said, I've probably done it, you know, dozens of times.
But
Easy.
that might have been a woman who you either knew she was on her period and you just wanted some ass so bad you
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I didn't
she
know.
would tell me she's on
Yes.
her period. I'm like, all right, let's do it. I don't care. Whatever.
Yeah. See?
Yeah.
Consent.
Let's put out some towels on the bed
Yes.
so we don't mess the bed up. We'll have sex, then we'll both go shower.
And we'll go in, exactly. But
Right.
Cassie didn't give me that. She basically went, misled me into thinking she was regular. And she puts, like, it's disgusting. I don't even like to talk about it. But at the time, I didn't actually realize that could be considered a sexual assault.
So that's sexual assault?
Yeah, that's a sexual assault, 100%.
Okay.
You're on your
All right, if
period.
you say so.
Hey,
I guess I've been sexually assaulted then.
yeah. Well, if they don't tell you and they do something,
Well, no. It's always been, with me,
you have consent. They're
there's
telling
consent, or at one point, I mean, you do have situations where the woman doesn't realize she's not on her period, but it's not a whole ton of blood.
Yeah.
You're right. If it's a ton of blood, that means that
They
she's
knew.
been flowing for like 3 days.
you for like 3 days at least. So
Yeah,
she knew.
exactly.
And once I thought about this, once I talked to prosecutors, once I talked to attorneys, the attorneys that the U.S. Attorney's Office provided me are the ones who let me know I was sexually assaulted. They said, that's a sexual assault. I said, really? They said, look it up, Clayton. You're studying the law. That's a sexual assault. I looked it up. They were right. I said, oh my God, that's a sexual assault. Now the prosecutors know this happened. Nothing about it. They said, you know what, Mr. Howard? She was doing a lot of drugs at the time. What? How do you justify drug use by this woman doing that? And then you're telling me that Diddy can't use the fact that he was on drugs as a defense? Absolutely not.
I'm trying to look it up. I can't seem to find whether a woman having sex with you on her period is sexual assault. I'm
I looked
not
it up
saying
on
what you're saying
LexisNexis.
It's not true. I'm just doing some Google searches. I couldn't find anything. But listen, if this is what your lawyers are saying, this is what your lawyers are saying. Now, this next year, 2015, you claim that Cassie gave you an STD.
Yes.
Chlamydia.
Yes.
Now, I assume Cassie was not the only woman that you were sleeping with. I didn't
I had
think
a
you guys have
girlfriend.
a monogamous relationship based on what you thought.
No, I had a monogamous relationship.
With
she
her?
was with my girlfriend. I had a girlfriend.
Right.
Cassie was the only woman I was sleeping with besides my girlfriend at this point.
Right,
I wasn't a man whore anymore. This was 2015, so I think I had stopped 3 years before that. The only client I had this entire time was Cassie because I had a girlfriend, I had a career, wasn't it?
But to be fair, you want to say, you know, every man wants to think, you know, that their girlfriend is not cheating on them, but you don't know.
My girlfriend came up clean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like it's.
All right.
I
That's a
thought
good
of all
point.
of that.
Yeah,
I
no,
thought
you're
of
right. That's a good
literally.
point. You got me on that.
Literally.
Yeah.
Because I needed to know. So unfortunately, like I had to wait, and I had to wait I think I had to wait like 2 weeks after I found out, and it took me 2 weeks to convince my ex-girlfriend to go get what do you call it, OBGYN check.
Yeah.
It took me 2 weeks to tell her to go to the doctor. Like, yo, you should go to the doctor. When's the last time you got a checkup without blowing myself up that I wanted her to find out if she had an STD? I said, you should go, because we were actually trying to have a baby at that time, I remember. So I'd tell her to go to the doctor. She goes to the doctor. She comes back happy. Oh, babe, I'm fine. So now I know she doesn't have anything. Okay, it was Cassie. Here's how I know it was Cassie. So I see Cassie maybe, I want to say 2 months later, maybe a little under 2 months later, I see her. And when I walk into this thing immediately because of the chlamydia scare, I'm like, I'm going to use condoms. So walk in the room, I pull out a condom. Diddy says, what's that for? I say, you know, and she says, no, babe, it's okay. He can use it. The chlamydia thing. She says, you know, I meant to call you and tell you, but I came up with chlamydia. I think Sean cheated on me, and Diddy didn't say anything, but she tells me I should go get tested. Clearly, I was not happy when she told me this. I directly told him, I said, you know what, listen, I don't even think I can stay now because I kind of knew it was her who had done it. I left. I don't think I saw them for 6 months after this encounter because I wouldn't see them. They would call me. I wouldn't answer the phone. But life is life. You get broke. One day she called me about 6 months later. I went back because I was broke. She and I spoke about it. I said, yo, let's just use condoms for the rest of the time. And I never had unprotected sex with her again.